friends. This is District Governor Albert Hernandez, and I'm here with a special guest today for our Rotary podcast. We've got Rotarian Erick Ojeda-Garcia from the Rotary Club of Wilmington. Erick, why don't you say hi to everyone?
How's it going, everyone? So my name's Erick Ojeda-Garcia. Um, I'm part of the Wilmington Rotary Club. I've been a Rotarian for almost, I think a year now, so I'm pretty new.
Oh, that's good. So tell me, how'd you hear about Rotary?
I ended up hearing about Rotary through, it was through a art walk, actually. One of the past presidents, was at the art walk, and it was funny because I went up to him and he started talking to me about Rotary, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I guess it's a volunteer club, right? And I love volunteering.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go check it out. Some time passed and I ended up going to check it out. Um, yeah, little did I know that there was a lot of amazing business owners in that program.
Oh, yeah.
And I ended up getting really close to them and it became kind of pretty much a family for me.
Oh, that's good. Good, good. Well, why don't you share a little bit more about yourself, actually? We'd love to hear a little bit more about your family, your work, anything that you're comfortable sharing with the Rotarians in our district.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so I grew up in I was actually born in Mexico. I came to the United States at the age of 7. So it was just me, my mom, and my grandma
Mm.
making it out over here. Um, Coming out here was really tough. There wasn't really a lot for us. We
Mm.
didn't know it's a whole new country. We were figuring that out. Thankfully, we had some friends. Um, at that time, we were living, in a little garage that our friends kind of hooked us up with.
Yeah.
We were blessed to find good friends, good people. I've always been really blessed to find good friends and good people. Um, but I grew up in the city of Wilmington.
Okay.
It was a good time. I went to a small little school called Gulf Avenue.
Okay.
Um, One of my fondest memories that I always I like to tell people about because it keeps me humble and it shows where I came from
Yeah.
is that my mom and I used to play a little game. So we used to be in elementary school, and then walking home from school, she would throw me in dumpsters. And I was like, "Oh, it's a game, right? We're picking up cans,
Mm.
plastics, and recycle stuff."
Yeah.
And it was an amazing game for me. We were having fun. I was with my mom. Fast forward to now, I kind of think back at that and I'm like, wow,
Mm.
I didn't even realize that we were using that money
Yeah.
to buy some sweets at the end of the week, or
Wow.
we were just barely scraping by or doing what we needed to do.
Wow.
Um, that taught me a lot of the selfless service portion.
Hmm.
I never knew that Rotary had that,
Yeah.
but I've always been very um, dedicated to service, which at the age 19, I actually joined the military. I joined the United States Marine Corps. So I ended up going into the Marine Corps at the age of 19. I got my citizenship through the Marine Corps. Again, I was blessed to find an opportunity and I jumped right into it. I fell in love with the Marine Corps. It was a good brotherhood.
Yeah.
With the Marine Corps, I've been a UAV operator, so I've flown drones with the Marine Corps.
Oh, wow.
I've also been a recruiter, so a mentor to kids, students, youth. I did that for about 2 years and some change. So I recruited around 49 people,
Wow.
which was pretty good for 2 years. And I still talk to all of them, so I
Mm.
feel blessed for that.
Yeah.
Then shortly after that, I received the opportunity to get a bachelor's degree from Cal State Fullerton. So I
Okay.
received my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Thankfully, the military paid for all that, so
Yeah.
I was blessed with that too. And then I decided to go back into the military. During that time that I was getting my bachelor's degree, I was either teetering or tottering whether I was going to get in or get out.
Mm.
But I decided to go back in because I fell in love with it. Um, I went back in and I became a firefighter, which is why I'm wearing my sweater, right?
Yeah, I
I
saw
became
that.
a firefighter with the Marine Corps, and it's been a great time so far. So I've been a firefighter with the Marine Corps for about 2.5 years now.
Oh, my.
And then throughout that whole time, I've been involved with the community, different businesses. Somewhere a year ago, I ended up jumping into Rotary.
Hmm.
and everything kind of just meshed together.
Yeah.
And my service for my country and my service for my community kind of worked out so well that I've been involved a lot in my community to the point to where I've just recently received the opportunity to advocate for my community as the Wilmington honorary mayor.
Got it. So what does that process look like as the honorable mayor? Was it an election or what does that look like?
So I was nominated by our Rotary program.
Oh.
They pretty much said, "Hey, you know what? You have what it takes. We do have a foundation, so we're gonna go ahead and go through the foundation. And if you would like to participate, you can do it."
Mm.
And to me, it was more like a calling, right? It was more like
Yeah.
a um, an opportunity to showcase all the work that I've done and all the friends that I've met and all the
Hmm.
things that I've learned. Um, so I took on the challenge and it was tough. I had to raise basically the person that raises the most money
Hmm.
is the person that wins.
Oh.
Um, but in order to raise the most money, obviously some people could probably buy it off, like, but I don't have that kind of money, and we definitely
Boy.
don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
So it was a hustle. I was talking to friends. I was no stone left unturned. I was talking to past military mentors,
Mm.
past police academy cadet mentors.
Wow.
Um, I had my mom helping me out, selling tickets out in the street to her friends. I had her friends
Great.
selling tickets. Everybody that I have ever either helped or had
Yeah.
a good conversation with, they ended up they came through from
Wow.
everywhere and anywhere. It was amazing.
What are some of your responsibilities as the honorable mayor?
So technically there are none
There are none.
because it's a
Okay.
volunteer position.
Hmm.
It's what you do with it.
Okay.
So what I've been doing with it and what I'm kind of thinking into building is kind of like emulate the office of the actual mayor,
Okay.
or like something like a very organized thing. I come from a military background, so I like to
Hmm.
organize.
Hmm.
So what I did is I built a logo. I have my Office of the Honorary Mayor of Wilmington, California,
Okay.
and then I've been gathering a lot of support. So far, I've been supporting Rotary with their initiatives, which is the Rotarian Feast, where we fed 1,000 families this year. That was
Right.
amazing.
Right.
Um, then we have a toy drive that we just did. We gave toys, myself, another Rotarian, and about maybe 12, 15 businesses in the community got together. And we gave toys to about, I think, over 800, 900 kids,
Amazing.
like 300
Wow.
families all together. Yeah, it was an amazing event. I posted it all over social media. It was way bigger than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And it goes to show you when Rotarians in the community get together, we can definitely build a lot. So to
Yeah.
answer your question, the responsibilities for it is what I create out of it, and I'm hoping to create as much as possible for Wilmington.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're creating a lot of great opportunities for people to give back, but also for people, families in need to really benefit from your giving. So keep going, keep doing what you're doing. How much longer do you have in that position?
It's a 2-year
2
position.
year. Okay, awesome.
Um,
Well, they got the right person. That sounds great.
thank you.
So, tell me a little bit more about your business because for those that are listening and that were at the SoFi event, geez, almost 2 months ago already, you had your amazing photo booth there, and you have really stepped up and supported so many through your business. And I think now's the time to tell us a little bit more so that we can support you whenever we're thinking of our own events, whether personal, Rotary, business. So maybe take a minute or two to share about what you're doing.
Yeah, so my business is OMG Pix. That's OMGEEPIX. We are a photo booth rental company and event services company. So we have our primary business is photo booths. So we can rent out photo booths for quinceañeras, for parties, for events, galas. But we also have rental services. So we have tables, chairs, jumpers, dancers, fire breathers, bands, pretty much anything that you need, we can find it.
Wow.
Um, Our motto is if you can think it, we can create it. We've been doing that for since 2018.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Okay.
there's a lot of aspirations for it. We're a little different than other companies.
Yeah.
So we do have our LLC, we do have our insurance set in place. A lot of companies don't go as far as to getting all their paperwork in order. So we
Hmm.
have worked for the city, we have worked for the government as well.
Wow.
Um, we've done some RFPs for a couple big names. So we're all set up. We're more of a luxury type of boutique brand.
Hmm.
We also are very, very, very big on community. Um, one of the reasons for that is because when I started the business, I wasn't really looking to start a business. I bought the photo booth because my buddy taught me about his photo booth business.
Hmm.
And I didn't really have too much money, but I wanted to support an organization called EXP, the Opportunity Engine.
Okay.
They help out a lot of underserved communities and schools, which
Yeah.
is I was part of a program that they supported, which is the Maritime Agricultural Trade Academy. So match.
Mm.
I ended up buying this photo booth because I had the funds at the time, and I said maybe I can't, provide as much money every single month or donations,
Yeah.
but I can provide a service. So I did their event for a year. It went successful, went great. Second year, amazing. Third year, the CEO reached out to me and she said, "Hey, we're not gonna book you for free anymore."
Mm.
And I was like, "What? Like, how do you not accept a free gift, you know?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "What we're gonna do, and what I'm gonna do is because I've seen your entrepreneurial spirit and I've seen what you can do. You're gonna create a business, and you're not gonna come back until you have an invoice for me." And I was like, her name's Amy. She's amazing. She's an amazing person.
Hmm.
Um, but she said, "Yep, I know you can do it. So let me know when you have it." So yeah, that fourth year, I came back with an invoice, a fully set business, and I don't know how I did it, but I figured it out. And she's like, "See, I told you could do it."
Oh, wow.
And I ended up figuring it out that year. And ever since then, I've been doing OMG picks, giving back to the community, and doing a lot of events.
That's great. Well, your work is quality and you're so easy to work with. And it's been such an honor to be able to do a few projects with you. Looking forward to continuing that partnership. You really knock it out of the park with everything that you provide. Your services are just awesome. And you bring the family too, I've noticed. I think it's your mom that
Yeah.
you've brought in. I've seen her unloading the pickup truck. It's great to see. Especially,
It's a
you
family
know, I
business.
didn't I didn't know your upbringing, so I'm excited to see that friendship that you have with your mother, how strong it is, that bond. So it's really nice to see.
And my fiance comes in as well, and her
That's
little
right.
sister.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, whole
So
family event.
yeah.
So let's get back into Rotary a little bit more. So you've been in for a little over a year, you said, right?
Yes.
All right. So tell me a little bit about one of the standout moments that you've had, whether it's a service project or maybe an interaction with somebody who's a Rotarian. Like what stands out in this 1 year that you've been a Rotarian? And I ask because, you're still new to the Rotary family, and we want to keep people like you. We don't want this just to be a transaction where you're here 1 year, 2 years. We want you to grow with us. So, what's something that stands out and keeping you coming back each and every week?
You know what? I'm a big believer in leaders create leaders.
Mm.
I really feel that if you are working as a leader in your community, if you embody that, if you have that calling, um,
Mm.
it's our responsibility to go out and create more leaders because that's how the world keeps revolving. That's how we keep, becoming good people.
Right.
Um, I came into Rotary, and I'll be honest, it's really, really hard for me to fit into places. Um, I don't really just jump in somewhere and then kind of like just, hey, this is where I belong, right?
Yeah.
Um, I'm usually always either a little bit too much or I'm always asking for more. And it gets to the point to where like I'm around a lot of people who just want to chill, right? They just
Yeah.
they just want to
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
No, but I came to Rotary and I was like, hey, I have this idea. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they're like, okay, okay, okay. And then bam, 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 get it done, get it done, get it done. And I was like, oh, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Uh, and then the projects that they do, the cleanups in the community. Um, we have this yearly thing called the Fleet Week reception, which I'm amazed at.
Okay.
Um, the Wilmington Fleet Week reception. So during Fleet Week, we actually, as Rotarians, organize an entire reception for all the military members to come out to our community in Wilmington.
Oh, wow.
So it's a pretty big event. This
Yeah.
past year, we had a huge showing. I had my photo booth there.
Okay.
And as a military member, I really appreciate, Rotarians doing that.
Hmm.
And I appreciate being part of it too.
Yeah.
Um, so coming into Rotary and I guess I thought that it was going to be a lot of older people. Um,
Mm. Yeah.
and I heard that that's like a common misconception, but
Hmm.
there was a couple people in there that, are my age. I might be the youngest one though, but we work together in order to create a lot more. So I think one of the things that I would want people to know is don't be afraid to come in and come to a meeting. You
Yeah.
know, don't be afraid to come in and see what it's about. Don't be afraid to get involved. Don't be afraid to just jump in there, start asking questions, and start sharing your ideas because Rotarians are very um, good-hearted,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I pride myself in being somebody who collects people with good hearts.
Yeah.
So everywhere I like to involve myself with people with good hearts, and I think Rotary's the best place that I've
I
found so
agree.
far.
I agree. Couldn't agree with you anymore. My next question was going to be what would you tell a prospective member of Rotary? So if somebody came to your club meeting and showed some interest, what would you tell them? And you were kind of lingering around that already, but maybe you can jump into it a little bit more.
I would say you get from it what you put in.
Okay.
Um, so if coming to Rotary, come in with an open heart
Yeah.
and a heart of selfless service. Because I can see that it may be an organization that somebody might want to come in to, either get connections or whatever it is,
Hmm.
which is fine too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it'll um it'll die down. That energy will die down because we are a selfless service club.
Yeah.
So the long-term members I've noticed are the ones that put in the most for the community,
There you go.
um, more than they take.
Yeah.
And I've seen that those members are the longest lasting, the one that we enjoy ourselves a lot more. And we end up, in each other's houses and we end up
Hmm.
in backyard parties, white elephant gift parties and really good long-term family relationships. So I would
Yeah.
say come in with an open heart,
There you
be
go.
ready for selfless service, and
Yeah.
do more for Rotary than you expect it to do for you.
Yeah. Your club has such a strong core group of leaders. I mean, I'm thinking of your club president. I'm thinking of Margie Hernandez. I'm thinking of, you've got some really heavy hitters, as I call them. Is there something that you're so proud of the Rotary Club of Wilmington? You've talked about the great work that they do with the veterans, but is there something that really, really, you're just like, wow, I'm so proud of my club, because we're a district of 63 Rotary clubs and 7 Rotaract clubs. What makes this one stand out, if you can share that a little bit with me?
I would say the Fleet Week reception is a really big one.
Hmm.
That one definitely stood out to me. Um, Another one is our national night out every single year.
Mm.
So we do a national night out, we host it, and we bring in all the police departments nearby. So LAPD, we bring in the fire department, we bring in service related organizations, and we
Okay.
thank them. We put out food, we put out a bunch of things. They come in while they're on shift, they drive by and they grab their food and they keep driving by. Um, that one's a really beautiful project.
Yeah.
Um, but one of the things that I'm really really amazed about our program, and I think I would say it's one of their biggest legacies,
Yeah.
is creating leaders. Because if you can see, I came to the Rotary program alone, but I don't feel alone anymore. So I feel like with the empowerment of Rotary, um,
Yeah.
I feel like they really work and develop people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they do it on purpose. I think it's just the culture of our program,
Right.
how we support each other. Because if somebody needs help, we help them.
Yeah.
If somebody needs support, we support them. If they have a huge event, we all pitch in.
Right.
So I think it's their ability to create leaders, um, so naturally and
Yeah.
genuinely.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a saying that I've learned along my journey. We come for the business networking, we come for all that, but you stay because of the friendships. I mean, you come each and every week because you want to do service, but you want to do it with people that you just are naturally good friends with now. It's really nice to see. It really is good to see. And then you talked about it a little bit too. I mean, Rotary gives you the opportunity for your own personal leadership development. I mean, look at you. You're the honorable mayor. You're getting to speak, do public speaking, building connections. It's Rotary really gives you those blessings behind the scenes that you didn't really expect to come to life. So it's good to hear everything that you're sharing so far. So is there anything that we haven't touched on that you wanted to share a little bit about? Now's the time.
Um, I would just say I really like to advocate for younger leaders,
Mm,
for younger individuals, because leaders do create leaders, and I feel the best way to continue programs like this is to bring in new blood, bring in new
right.
people, bring in individuals that have different ideas. That are able to kind of think outside the box, right? We have AI technology now. We have,
Hmm.
website builders that take 2 minutes to build a website. We have
Yeah.
ways to build businesses that are just like 5 seconds, bam, you have an online business, right?
Yeah.
And I think those ideas need to be shared throughout everybody. Um, I sit down with a couple of people in our Rotary Club. So we
Hmm.
have Susan Pritchard.
Okay.
She is a big person in the Wilmington Information Network. The Wilmington Information Network has been around for a very long time. And she does an amazing job pushing out the information. But we ended up partnering together, and I created social media for them. And then we're developing a website. And then we're also developing a way for businesses to come together and kind of find Wilmington information on there, so that we could keep developing our community, because I feel like she's definitely very, very passionate about Wilmington,
Yeah.
as I am. So I think bringing in new individuals that have those ideas, that are willing to work with the original, I call them the OGs of Rotary, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
I think that's definitely a big thing. So I
Good.
would encourage a lot more people to come in.
Cool. Well, I'm encouraging you, I mean, to continue staying involved. I know you're 1 year into your membership with Rotary, but continue moving up, serve on your board, step up as club president when they ask you, because it's a very prestigious position to be a club president of Rotary. So I encourage you to keep getting involved. Join us on the district level. If there's things out on the district level that excite you, come on by. We need those fresh ideas. Um, and honestly, grateful that I have met you over the last few months, man. You're very motivating, and it's good to see people, younger adults, getting their hands dirty in Rotary. So we need you. Keep working on it. Keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully we get to work on some more projects down the road.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I just wanted to say thank you again for making time for us and sharing a little bit about your personal life, your work, your experience in Rotary, and keep doing what you're doing. And we're excited to see you grow in not just in Rotary, but in Southern California, because it sounds like you're doing great work. So looking forward to seeing you around town, Eric.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, buddy. Take care. Have a wonderful holiday season.
All right, Albert.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.